Listen, it's heavyweight boxing. You get caught in big shots, and you know there was a good few punches. I wasn't counting, but it looked like a lot. Obviously, I'm concerned for Joe because he's a friend and you know close friend, and you don't want to see anybody get hurt. But it was what it was, you know. Unanswered punches. Everyone was saying before this fight, oh, he's had no amateur experience. I mean, amateur experience. George Foreman had 11 amateur fights and won the gold medal, so it doesn't mean nothing, to be fair. You're a big, strong man, big game man, but done very well. So congratulations to him and his team. Well done.
Mate, I called it. I said Fabio's gonna win it by a knockout.
Good fight, you can't write him off. I think everyone's writing him off. It's a bit disrespectful, isn't it? He's done what he's needed to do and he's proved himself time and time again. So only thing you can do is just give him his flowers and give him his world title shot, undisputed shot.
Bro, do you know what it is? Like, the second round I thought he's had him out of there. Third round I thought he's out of there. Then I probably didn't give him no rounds until maybe the round 10 or something. I was just like, that guy is one tough cookie.
They robbed him. That's how the world might summarize the backlash after what happened between Joseph Parker and Fabio Wardley, and now Tyson Fury has weighed in with his blunt verdict. It was simply unanswered punches. Fury's sharp take comes after Parker's knockout loss in a fight that many thought he was winning, only for the heavyweight clash to end in a way that left fans, analysts, and the fighters themselves questioning everything. Here's how the story unfolded from Fury's vantage point and the wider fallout from a contentious stoppage.
Everyone was saying before the fight, oh, he's had no amateur experience. I mean, amateur experience. George Foreman had 11 amateur fights and won the gold medal, so it doesn't mean nothing, to be fair. You're a big, strong man, big game man, but done very well. So congratulations to him and his team. Well done.
From the moment Parker stepped into the ring, many believed he held the upper hand. He looked sharp in stretches, and although the heavy hitters in the heavyweight division always lurked with one opportunity, Parker seemed to be ahead on the cards.
Listen, it's heavyweight boxing. You get caught in big shots, and you know there was a good few punches. I wasn't counting, but it looked like a lot. Obviously, I'm concerned for Joe because he's a friend and you know close friend, and you don't want to see anybody get hurt. But it was what it was, you know. Unanswered.
How good is the?
Fury, who views Parker as more than just a fellow professional, he considers him a friend, almost brother, said he thought Parker was up by 4 or 5 rounds. The way he saw it, the New Zealand-based veteran was controlling the pace, taking the fight to Wardley, hunting openings rather than being caught flat-footed. If everything had followed the script, Parker might have walked away with another victory and a boost in his career.
Morning guys, the aftermath of a fantastic fight last night between Joseph Parker and Fabio Wardley. The fight was an amazing fight. Both fighters had a lot of success. I had Joe about 4 rounds up going into round 11. It's heavyweight boxing. Can't go swimming and not get wet. And it's cliche. He got wet and, you know, the referee jumped in. A few unanswered shots and that's what it takes. You know, it's one of those things. It's heavyweight boxing. You can get caught. I know all about getting caught. But on a whole, it was a fantastic event.
Wardley, though, came into the fight with something to prove. Heavyweight boxing is brutal. One shot can change everything. Fury acknowledged this blunt reality in his commentary. He pointed out that even a fighter performing well can be undone by an accumulation of damage, especially when an opponent lands solid, unanswered blows. That's exactly what happened here.
Congratulations to Frank Warren and Queensbury for putting on a major event at the O2 between two great heavyweights. Joseph Parker's going to come back stronger. I know that. Commiserations to my brother and all the team. Everyone did a fantastic job. Everyone got home, got paid, got laid, and got him home in one piece. Can't say any fairer than that. Good luck. Have a fantastic day. God bless everybody.
The fight pivoted out of nowhere when Wardley connected, and Parker began to absorb shots without a proper defense or counter response. Fury described it as unanswered punches, meaning that the damage was mounting, and the referee was watching a precarious situation unfold.
I thought Joe was about 4 or 5 rounds up on the card, but he got caught. That's what it is. It's boxing, you know. Fabio did really good, you know. Very, very happy for him, you know what I mean? Obviously, I'm wounded for Joe because he's like my brother as well, but well done to Fabio Wardley also.
For Parker, it was a double blow. First, the emotional toll, knowing he was ahead but then losing via knockout is a hard pill to swallow. Second, the career implications. What had been shaping to be a strong performance suddenly turned into a defeat. He expressed he felt the toughness of Wardley, being someone who cares for his ambitions personally. He acknowledged Wardley's skill, his performance up to that point, and the positioning he had built for himself, yet none of that mattered when the damage stacked up in those late rounds.
Congratulations to Fabio Wardley for a tough fight. He's a warrior. And at the end of the fight, I thought I was fine, but listen, I'm not the ref. I'm not the one controlling the fight in terms of reffing. So, but I went out there. We both went out there and gave it our best, and he won tonight. So he's a better man. What can I say? He's a tough man. Like I said before the fight, he was confident. He had self-belief, and he showed that he's a warrior. So all I can say is congratulations and all the best for what's next. Hopefully we can have a rematch.
Derek Chisora didn't waste time reminding everyone what he had did before the fight. He had been confident from the start that Fabio Wardley would be too hungry, too explosive, and too determined for Joseph Parker this time around. Chisora had predicted a lockout long before the first bell ever rang. And now, after the stoppage, he simply pointed to the result as proof.
What did you make of it, Fabio Wardley? Mate, I called it. I said Fabio's gonna win it by a knockout. I called it.
Was it early or not?
He won it by a knockout. You were saying that, but I was not calculating one time, but I knew he was gonna win by a knockout because I know Fabio's the stubborn. Hey, come here quickly.
The public reaction to the fight was loud and polarized. Many fans felt that Parker had been robbed. They believed the stoppage came too early, that he had not been given enough time to recover, and that the official decision didn't reflect the reality of how well he had been fighting.
What can we say? It was a good performance too. Entertaining fight for the fans at home.
You shocked?
Not really. So if you switch off, Wardley's going to do it. So, but I thought Parker was going to win, if I'm honest.
How did you see it up until that point?
Parker winning on points. I think he was like 6-4 up. I think. Yeah.
And then the stoppage itself, did you feel like it was a fair stoppage? Or do you think it could have gone on a bit?
So, I don't know if we gave Parker chances, to be fair, and he kept doing the same thing, so he probably just thought it was enough time.
Wardley's put himself now in line for Usyk.
Yeah.
Thoughts on that?
Good fight, you can't write him off. I think everyone's writing him off. It's a bit disrespectful, isn't it? He's done what he's needed to do and he's proved himself time and time again, so.
Others argued the referee made the right call, saving a fighter from further damage. With Fury's endorsement of the latter view, the debate only intensified. Fury's stance effectively sided with the idea that the stoppage was justified. He saw the unanswered shots and he understood the risk in letting a hurt fighter continue.
Wardley, I tell you what, you look a lot better than you did in the post-fight in your last fight.
Yeah, a bit. We worked on some things, cleaned some things up a bit, but look, Joe was a great competitor, great opponent to have in the ring. So yeah, look, there was some ups and downs in there, but got the win. Everything's all good.
Do you think respect needs to be put on your name now? Because there's too many people that keep doubting you, man, and they're just saying that he's got a puncher's chance. It's a bit more than that now, isn't it?
Yeah, look, whether I'm gonna get the credit for it or whatever else, or I don't know. Who cares? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But I don't care for it. I don't need everyone else's praise, thanks, pats on the back. I know, my team knows, we know what I'm capable of, the skills I have, and we believe in myself. That's why we took this fight. That's why we asked for Joe Parker.
Critics of the stoppage referenced Parker's control earlier in the fight, pointing toward rounds where he clearly looked sharper. The belief that he was ahead made the sudden reversal all the more painful for his supporters. Fury had already pointed that out, yet the turning point remained the same: the unanswered blows. The moment when Parker's defense broke down, when his guard slipped and the shots landed clean, is what changed the fight. Fury made no claim of controversy for controversy's sake. To him, the result followed the logic of damage inside the ring.
I'm alright, can't complain about things, just first time I've been out for a while. Got a bit sick of the game, sick of the bollocks and the politics, and I thought I'll just sit back for a bit, fry on my fire and walk me dog for a bit. That's all I'm good for at the minute anyway, but listen, I'm here and I support Joe Parker.
Is there an argument that the stoppage was a little bit early?
No, absolutely not. Whoever says that stoppage was a little bit early wants locking up and licenses taken off them. For my money, it was 10 seconds too late because Joe was taking unnecessary punches off a man what can knock a wall down with either hand in Fabio Wardley. So yeah, no, absolutely. Too slow the stoppage. Should have been done earlier.
because you're dealing with people's lives. He's got family and children. You've got to think about them when you're a referee. And he was a beaten man in there.
While Parker's corner and fans mulled over what might have been, Dillian Whyte's words cut straight to the heart of why he felt the fight ended the way it did. He saw that Wardley was really good and that even when the opportunity opened up, he took it. His praise for Wardley wasn't begrudging, he recognized the accomplishment.
Special, wasn't it? Hey, I hate watching Fabio fight, man, because it's nerve-wracking until he does this. You know, he just put it out of the back. What performance.
And listen, you're known as the man that has that dog in him, yeah? In the 10th round, he pointed to the ground and said, let's have it. Is that just something you can't teach?
You can't teach, you know, Fabio is always got grit in him, man. I saw him from the first moment.
Meanwhile, by acknowledging Parker's performance up to that point, Chisora softened the blow without altering his core message. In heavyweight boxing, you must always be ready because when you're hit and you're not answering back, the tide can turn in a heartbeat.
This is going to be the fight of the trainers, Andy Lee versus Ben Davis. And then Ben won the fight.
Thank God it ain't thank God it wasn't an actual fight. Because he'd have knocked me out, but yeah.
What did you think of the stoppage?
I understand people that think it was a little bit early. I understand people that think it was on time. That's boxing, it's a game of opinions.
Listen.
I'll tell you what I do think. I think it was a shambles that in the second round with a gum shield. That was a shambles.
What? His gum shield can fall out. What's wrong with you?
Well, the rules are, if there's a lull in the action, then the referee will put the gum shield in. He was in the middle of trying to get rid of him, possibly going to get rid of him, and the referee stopped the action. I think that's terrible.
No, I don't say it's terrible, but if it's meant to be yours, it's meant to be yours.
The broader implications for Parker's career are significant. Losing in a bout where you believe you were ahead stacks up differently in the mind of a fighter, and it adds a layer of urgency to how you proceed next. Parker now needs to regroup mentally and physically. He needs to heal from the knockout, yes, but he also needs to reflect on how a fight he had under control shifted so dramatically.
And never gave him a chance. Now, Josie Parker's a world-class operator, as you know, and he's been treading water now for some time, waiting to get his world title fight. And when you look at the caliber of boxer he's been fighting to the caliber of boxer that Wardley's been fighting, it was like a one-horse race. You know, I thought Parker would beat Fabio Wardley quite comfortably, but potentially stop him late. But that wasn't the case. And Parker, for me, the only thing that disappointed me about Parker was he threw it away. Because tactically, got his tactics all wrong.
Wardley, on the other hand, now has momentum. He proved he could capitalize when the moment came and turned an opportunity into a statement. From another view, he's earned it. This isn't about luck, it's about the stoppage alone. It's about recognizing that when you get your shot in the heavyweight division, you must take it, and Wardley did.
A very, very dramatic night, a very thrilling night at the O2 Arena, and I think a star was born last night. It's an absolute thrill and a privilege and an honour to be there, to see two very big men go at it unbelievably, relentlessly, mercilessly almost, for 10 rounds and 10 rounds and 66 seconds. No, 114 seconds, because it was stopped 1 minute 54 into round 11, which might be quite consequential.
The stoppage debate will likely linger for some time. Some will continue to argue that Parker warranted more time, that he should have been allowed to continue. Others will side with the view that letting a fighter absorb unanswered shots in the heavyweight division is risky, and that the referee's job is to protect fighters when they cannot defend themselves.
Fabio Wardley's on a great run of knockouts, right? Just knocking everyone out. Anybody they put in front of me blows them out the water, whether it's early or whether it's late. So Parker, the disappointment came from me from Parker was that if you know you're in with a big puncher, he came in, was that a career heaviest, I think he came in, right? What's that all about? You know, I've always stated the fact that bigger doesn't make you stronger, bigger makes you slower and more tired. And I couldn't really work that one out. And why he chose to just have a fight with Fabio Wardley, who's a noted puncher. again.
For fans watching at home, the verdict may depend on what they value more, the performance throughout most of the fight or the sudden collapse that sealed the result. From Parker's supporters' perspective, his control in early rounds count for something. From Fabio's supporters' view, the damage done and unanswered nature of the blows count more. The moment caught the eye of a friend and fellow champion Fury, who felt both pride for Wardley and regret for his friend.
Absolutely electric. The man has heart for days. I was gassing him up on the what's the word? The public workout. I said that's greatness right there.
Lee, you didn't expect anything less than Joe. Come on, come on.
Has he just got something you just can't teach?
Not really. He's a tough bastard and he can punch. Put them together and that's what you get. Some boy.
It's a complex balance. Fury's perspective highlights something often overlooked. When a fight changes direction, it can do so swiftly, and the hero one moment becomes the hunted the next. Parker's story this time is an example of how the heavyweight game can be unforgiving. The script may read one way until the moment it flips. Fury knows that flip all too well, having been in big fights himself. His summary, unanswered punches, is deliberately simple and direct, reflecting that in the end, what matters most in a knockout heavy division is whether you land more than you take and whether you can respond when you're hit.
The second round, I thought had him out of there. Third round, I thought out of there. Then I probably didn't give him no rounds until maybe the round 10 or something. I was just like, that guy is one tough cookie. That's a bad man.
But listen, that moment in the 10th where he pointed to the ground and said, listen, I might be behind, but let's have it. That's, you gotta be something, you gotta be built different.
War by name, war by nature, innit?
Yeah. And listen, what's next for him? Do you think he can go on and fight Usyk next?
Bro, he deserves it. He beat Adelaide, beat Clark twice, beat Hooney. Bro, he just knocked out Parker as well, so.
This fight now shifts into another chapter. For Parker, it's about redemption and restoration. For Wardley, it's about seizing the moment and building momentum. For the division, it's about the fine line between victory and downfall. And amid all this, the boxing voices add clarity to the conversation.
Well, I don't know about that. He got the win in the rounds whenever it was, but I had him winning up until then. But what happens is when you've got a big bang like he has, and he's got the heart to carry it through, he's never beat.
Good fight. Who do you think Fabio should fight next? Derek said he should fight Daniel Dubois. I mean, the Usyk fight might be there.
Anyone, I think he's earned his right to fight for the undisputed Usyk fight. Give him his chance, and he's a danger to anyone, that man.
Can he beat Usyk though?
Anyone can beat anyone. Of course he can beat Usyk. With that power.
Joe, what does he do in your opinion?
He can do anything he wants. He's got 6 lovely children. He's earned a fortune. Listen, when is enough enough?
Going forward, everyone will be watching how Parker responds. Will he go back to the drawing board with new urgency? Will he adjust his defense, his pacing, his reaction to still being in control, only to find himself vulnerable? Will Wardley use this win as a stepping stone into bigger fights and maintain the focus that brought him to this moment? And will the heavyweight division continue to remind its fighters that one wrong move, one moment of vulnerability can change everything in a matter of seconds?
You're that guy.
Fabio is very stubborn. I've known Fabio almost for 15 years. I've done at least about 200 rounds with Fabio, and I hear him with so much lead, he keeps coming back. You understand? So Fabio is so good, bro.
Does he contain the minerals to challenge Usyk properly?
Can he challenge Usyk? I don't know, not yet. I would like to see him and Daniel Dubois.
So here we are. Tyson Fury's summary may have come in just 2 words, but the message behind them carries weight. Unanswered punches, that's how the fight ends. That's how the story shifts. That's how the heavyweight game remains brutally real. Whether you agree or not, his view will influence how people frame this fight moving ahead. And if the boxing world thought it had seen everything in heavyweight title fights, it may have just been paying attention to only half the story. Stay locked in because this saga is far from done. This is Boxism. Like the video, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more real fight breakdowns, reactions, and everything inside the ropes. We'll see you in the next one.